There are many ways on how to be happy. We all have different coping mechanisms. But today, I want to share with you one thing that actually makes us happier. The power of helping others, cultivating happiness through acts of kindness. When we are unhappy, we tend to buy something, eat something, or do something for ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely normal, and we all do that. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. And the good thing about this is that serving others is a lasting sense of joy. Hindi lang siya yung panandalian lang. And there's this thing we call the helper's high. So, ito yung na-feel natin every time na tumutulong tayo sa iba. Yung there's a certain level of joy kasi, di ba, na na-experience natin. So, yun yung tawag doon, yung helper's high. Sabi sa Proverbs 11:17, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So, I remember a statement by a psychiatrist that if you ever feel depressed, if you ever feel lonely or melancholy, the best thing to do is to do something for someone else. And why? Because it gets you focused outward and not inward. It makes you grounded. And it's hard to be depressed while serving others or while serving someone else. And it's ironic kasi kapag ka malungkot ka or if you're going through something, if may problem ka, usually, di ba, ikaw yung may need ng help. But actually, the byproduct of helping others is feeling wonderful, feeling good, at feeling happy. And when we give, akala natin tayo yung nawawalan or mawawalan. But serving others is never entirely unselfish because the giver always receives. Proverbs 11:24 and 25. Some men give freely and gain more. Others refuse to give and wind up with less. The generous man will be prosperous. He who waters others will himself be watered. Matthew chapter 20, verse 28. Your attitude must be like my own. For I, the Messiah, did not come to be served, but to serve and to give my life. It's important to recognize the perfect example or the epitome ng pagiging servant, which is Jesus Christ. We should always remember that He came to serve and not to be served. Little drops of water, little grains of sand, makes the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. Isa sa paborito kong quote. And one reason many people never serve is that they fear that they are not good enough to serve. But remember that it is in these small acts that we grow like Christ. Even Jesus, but He specialized in menial tasks. And like washing feet, serving lepers, helping children. And the good thing also about kindness is that it's contagious. So when we choose to be kind, we inspire others to do the same. So it doesn't require grand gestures or yung mga huge resources. It can be as simple as holding the door for someone or complimenting someone. So kindness is all about being empathetic, showing compassion and respect to someone. Matthew 25, verse 40. Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus, for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. So as Christians, service is not optional. It's essential to our faith. Unfortunately, we expect others to serve us and not vice versa. So ask this to yourself. Am I usually more concerned about being served or finding ways to serve others? In conclusion, I want to leave you with this verse from Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Let's try to be like Jesus by showing kindness and compassion to everyone. And by doing this, we will not only feel happy and fulfilled, but we will also be spreading God's love